Hi Virgo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot. This is a weekly tarot check for the week of May 10th through the 17th for all Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I just want to thank everyone who's been watching my readings and liked, commented, subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate that. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber and tap the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So I did a seasonal tarot check not too long ago for the months of May, June, July, and August. And then I did a special love tarot check just last week. So if you're interested in that, I'd go check that out. But today we are going to do the week ahead here. However, as we know, time is not linear, so it's possible that some of this energy could already be happening right now, and you may resonate with it. And if you don't, I check another part of your chart to see if that might be more applicable for you during this week. So I always have people that say this completely resonates for me, and it's just not everybody's reading, but it always is somebody's. So hopefully it's yours today. So here we go. This is for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Virgo. May 10th through the 17th, 2020 for Virgo. If you're new here, we go day by day, okay? So we'll do the energy for each day of the week, starting with Sunday. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Then Monday, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, excuse me. Tuesday, we have the Sun. And then Wednesday, you have the King of Swords. Thursday, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Friday, you have the Death card. Saturday, the Four of Pentacles. And then you have the Ace of Cups. Very interesting, you know. A very powerful reading for just a weekly reading. You have three major arcana here plus an ace. So very powerful, and a king and a queen too. So, you know, overall, I think there's going to be a change coming, but it's definitely for the better. You have Earth here, you have Leo, you have air, water, and Scorpio. And we have a full moon in Scorpio. I believe it's actually tonight. So, you know, there's just a lot of interesting energies this week. Now, you start off here with a change, okay? There's a change here. And actually, some of this may be money related because you definitely have a heavy influence with the Pentacles, with the Earth signs. And, you know, Earth signs are all about practicality. It's all about having both feet on the ground, right? So, you know, with this, and again, that's you too, Virgo. So with this, I do think that you're just in a very practical mood on Sunday. It's all about, I think, realigning, restructuring, and getting rid of some things that just don't serve you. Some of it could be the physical act of cleaning and organizing and throwing things out that you just don't need anymore, or that have been sitting around in a box for 15 or 20 years, paperwork and things that are no longer valuable or important or relevant. So I definitely think you're going to be getting rid of some things. But again, I feel like it's more in kind of a mundane sense, where it's like actual practical organizing and getting things straightened around. You know, and also too, for some of you, I've got this coming in, this may also be too about like debt consolidation and getting more organized financially. So getting debts aligned, possibly even, you know, looking at having some things deferred temporarily for somebody, payments. But Monday, you have a really nice change in energy. So you go from a 5, which is a change, into a 10, which is the completion of a cycle. But the Wheel of Fortune is always a manifestation card. This is all about the law of attraction, and it brings with it a bit of luck. So you definitely get off to a great start here on Monday with this. So I do feel like things are turning in your direction. So if you've had some financial concerns, you have, in terms of the cards here, you do have some abundance coming towards you. So I do think you're going to be getting maybe a bit of extra money that you hadn't thought about. So it could be refunds from things that you paid for. I keep getting, every week I get some email about some refund for something that was going to happen this spring that's been canceled, or this summer that's been canceled, and it's ending up being quite a bit of money. So I think overall with this pandemic, while it's been hard on people, there's been some value in recognizing how much money we actually spend on things, consumable items, and what do we need and what do we really not need. So anyway, I think that for you, you definitely have money coming in for sure, and just your financial outlook is much clearer. I think there's clarity here. So Tuesday you have the sun, and the sun is unconditional love. The sun is unconditional in nature. You know, anything that the sun shines on is, you know, receives that warmth. So it's not like the sun discriminates and or kind of picks and chooses what to shine in on. You know, it doesn't say, well, there's you know, person whose eyes are really sensitive, so I better not shine quite as brightly on them. It just shines. So it's also about victory. It's about success. And again, this is where I feel like you have you're going to have some money coming in, or more stability, I think, with money in general. And it's going to feel really great. It's going to feel like a huge weight off your shoulders for those of you that have been very burdened by this and kind of uncertain, not sure what was going to happen. You're definitely getting more confirmation about, you know, how things are going to look, how things are going to shake out as we get back into a more or less, I guess, restricted environment here. But on Wednesday here, you have this King of Swords, and you know, it's very no-nonsense energy. And again, because I think a lot of this is related to money, you know, again, we oftentimes need to be more practical anyway in terms of making decisions. So some of you may be putting some boundaries up too about just in terms of giving financial help to anyone else. And it can be seen kind of harsh, but you're just not going to be used by anybody or be put in a position that brings you anxiety so that they can be irresponsible with their own money. I feel like there's an irresponsible kind of energy around you where then they're waiting for you to pick up the pieces for them, and you're just not going to do that. You know, you like a lot of order and just a lot of, you know, you need that sense of security around you. And so you definitely have it coming here on Thursday. You've got this Queen of Pentacles here. And, you know, she's all about humility, but she's also all about being financially prudent. Okay, so this is somebody who has money but doesn't need to let the whole world know about it. And again, I think that's you, where you're going to be kind of protective of it, where you've got we'll talk about love in a minute here, but where you've got money coming in and you want to protect your own situation first. And so for people that have their hands out and saying, well, you know, didn't you get that $1,200? And, you know, is there any way I could borrow 600 of it, or anything, something like that, where somebody's looking to borrow, you're just not going to agree to it because it's not a prudent decision for you. I also think, too, overall physically, because this is you in the reading, I think overall physically, too, you're going to be doing some things this week just to help yourself look better, feel better, you know, making sure you're doing maybe some HIIT training at home, getting out, taking a run, making sure that you're just practicing overall, like washing your hair, taking showers, things like that, that some people have really let slide during this quarantine. And you'll find that you feel a lot better, even just putting on some simple makeup. But I do feel like you're going to be in your power and feeling like you don't need to feel guilty, feeling like I'm doing the right thing and I have every right to take care of myself. I have every right to consider myself first on the list and not take a back seat to anyone else's needs right now. So, you know, I do think that you get into Friday here. This is Scorpio energy. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, they might not be very happy about it, but it doesn't really matter. Because again, you're in kind of a protective mode overall here. So this is the Death card, and you know, this is all about letting go of an old way to make room for a new one. It's a rebirth. You know, it's very transformational energy. So it can sometimes mean illness for some people, but I don't feel that coming through today. I feel like you have a new beginning here for you. You have a new beginning coming in. And I do think that relates to love. I just don't think it's going to show up this week. But you're on an ascending soul's journey. And so the more that you put limits to things and don't allow people to treat you, you know, as a bank or a lender in some way, the more you're going to attract people who are financially stable. You know, the more that you just turn and pivot away from that, you're going to attract people that are more like-minded and in a situation that's similar to yours. You're going to become a lot less anxious, I think, about the whole situation here. Friday, you've got this Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday of this Four of Pentacles. And this is the miser of the tarot. I mean, it really is about holding on to your money and not letting anybody else take it from you. It's also a protective card in terms of love, too. You're very protective overall. You know, you're protecting your head. You've got this huge pentacle in the center, protecting your heart, holding on to it with kind of a gridlock, and then standing on two pentacles and not allowing anyone to remove them from you. So again, I do feel like this is going to be for you. It's going to serve you well to be cautious about money. But I do think, so this is the next Sunday, you've got this Ace of Cups here, and this is all about a new opportunity coming in. It's certainly about love. There's a never-ending fountain of love. So I do think if you are in a relationship, that person likes what they see in terms of your ability to protect yourself and your ability to, because I feel like whoever's trying to leech off of you isn't a love interest. It's like a relative or a friend or something. But this is an unconditional love, and it's abundance. It's pure emotional satisfaction. So I do think for some of you, you may have somebody who's kind of flirtatious with you, and it hasn't really evolved because of our social distancing and our quarantining. But they're still there. They are still there, and they're looking to connect with you. They're very interested in bringing in some kind of an offer. It could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio, excuse me, not Aries, could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here. But I definitely think they want to connect with you. And I do feel like there could be communication coming forward from this person. But for the most part, and it's got potential. There's real potential there. But I do think for the most part next week, you're more focused on money, protecting what you have, growing what you have. And like I said, there's a bit of luck here, like money will be coming forward in an unexpected way. So just with that last Ace of Cups, let's do a Whispers of Love Oracle card. And this just says, I love you. These are the most powerful words. These are powerful words. And so when you have, when you have this love interest that comes through, it's not necessarily telling you to come right out of the bat and say, hey, I love you. If you're with somebody, it's a very good time right now to communicate that and to, build the relationship and to express yourself openly. But with a new interest, that's also similar. It's just not as being quite as, I guess, forward as that, because that could really scare somebody off if it's a brand new relationship and you're saying, I love you. But, really, though, at least acknowledging that there are feelings there and being able to maturely communicate that. So we'll close things off here with Abraham Hicks, Money and the Law of Attraction. Achieving success is my natural birthright. You are meant to succeed, and failure should feel bad to you. Life is supposed to go well for you, and when it does not, there is something wrong. But what is wrong is not something that's outside of you, over which you have no control. What is wrong is within you, and you do have control. And taking control is not difficult to do once you understand the basis of who you are, the basics of the law of attraction, and the value of your personal emotional guidance system. So, very true. When you understand you're having negative emotion, it's just an indicator that you don't see things as the source within you sees them. But generally we will over time, as long as we keep aligning with love. So I love you so much, Virgo, and I'm glad we could get together, and I will be back again next week for a mid-month tarot check.